Hey D-Ray, hope all's well. Great to see you. Hope you're having a great night, and I hope the weather is okay there. I think I saw some pictures of snow out there in Alaska. I hope you're keeping warm. It's always great to see you. Pop on. Happy Monday evening, everybody. It's April 10th. Hope you're doing well out there. I'm popping on just to do a just really quick tonight. Just do my daily sketch. I haven't drawn anything all day, and it feels kind of weird. So I'm putting in my some time right now, and I'm sketching a bridge. My first crack at a bridge that was actually someone I really admire and respect. A mentor of mine had posted a picture of a bridge he took, and I'm just doing a sketch of it. I want to practice it and then eventually do a really nice sketch that I can send to him. So it's a bridge in a Japanese garden. I don't know the exact location, but I think it's in the state of Washington somewhere. D-Ray said, finally stopped snowing for a few. Oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad it stopped snowing for you. I know it's been crazy weather. And before you know it, you will be in a warmer climate. So that's awesome. So this is a tricky bridge to sketch. It has these curved railings. My hand isn't really cooperating with the curves tonight. I like loose and wonky, but my hand is just not going in the way I want it to go. Probably, yeah, I think if I oriented it like this, yeah, this would be the way for me to sketch it. So guys, don't be afraid to turn your sketches, your drawings around. I'm sitting here trying to draw these curves. My hand doesn't really want to go that way. If I just turn it to the side, I can almost rest the palm of my hand, this point here, right on the paper, almost like a compass, right? And just kind of lock it and then just spin it. And I can kind of get the arches I want better. So this is one way to do it. Yeah, so those arches are a little bit more like I want them to be. Yeah, this is my first crack at this bridge. And got to start somewhere, right? So don't be afraid to try. So I'm just going to throw down some of the balusters here. To help create the illusion of depth, I'm going to put the lines closer together as we get back here in the distance. So if you look here, the baluster spacing is a little further. As you get to the back, they get closer. And that's just a way to help create a sense of depth. There we go. It's not too bad. Not too bad. And it's a weird perspective because we're not looking straight down the bridge. We're kind of looking at it from the side. So it's fun. It's a good challenge. And you got all kinds of shrubbery out here. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the hearts, guys. I appreciate that so much. So if you're in the chat, don't feel free to say hello. It's always great to see you guys. Here's a tip or technique. I just want to sketch a shrub here, some shrubbery, and I'm going to hold the pen fairly loose and just kind of do some zigzags and jig-jaggy lines here. I'm not trying to recreate this exactly. Just want to create the idea that there's some kind of landscape going on. Just very, very loose and rough. Looks like there's some really cool Japanese maple trees happening. There's kind of one coming over the bridge. I'm just going to kind of sketch the branches maybe like this. Actually, I'm going to let it go off the page. I'm not even going to show the trunk of the tree. I'm just going to show these branches. I'll probably do some kind of wash of color on here. Just play around with it. Right now I'm using my Sharpie because I like to usually start my sketches off with a Sharpie. Because it gives me the option that if I want to go back and bleed some ink or add watercolor, all the black ink right now will not bleed because it's a Sharpie. But if I do want some black ink to bleed, I can definitely do that. I can come back in with one of my Lamy pens here, or I can use my Pilot pen to bleed some black if I wanted to. So that's typically why I would say 9 times out of 10 I will probably, or 8 times out of 10 I'll sketch with a Sharpie to start with, unless I know I'm not going to be adding any wash to it. There we go. So we just have some branches hanging out. D-Ray says, my connection is having a hard time keeping connected to you. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That stinks. Well, I hope your internet connection gets better. But I do appreciate trying to hang on there, and if you pop off, no worries, I get it. My internet is sometimes very wonky also. There we go, something like that. Then we have a some kind of gravel pathway here. I'm just gonna do some stippling, I think, on here. You know, I could sit there and draw all these little gravelly stone things here. I might just pop a few on this way, and then I'll just stipple. And stippling is just tapping the point of my pen onto the paper here. I remember I used to have a substitute teacher back in middle school, I think it was. Or high school, I don't remember. But he was a pretty amazing artist, and he would do all of his, I remember he would do He-Man. So he would do all of his drawings stippling, all from dots. It was so cool to watch him create these He-Man drawings, just using dots. Really talented man. Wish I remembered his name because I would look him up. I don't remember his name though. I can just darken some of these lines for these planks here. We have some round posts kind of at each end of the bridge here for now. Then I have another round post here in the back, and there's another one way back here. Alright, I think I'm going to bleed some ink on this one. Hey, Elena's in the house. Good to see you, Elena. Hope all's well. Thanks for popping on. D-Ray says, that's Alaska. Long distance. Maybe a moose is interfering with this signal. Love it. That's so funny. D-Ray, do you have moose where you are? Do you have, that's so cool. I can't imagine being in Alaska. I don't know. It seems like such a beautiful place. So I'm going to stipple some more of this gravel pathway. Hey, so guys, if you're just joining us, I'm sketching a Japanese type of bridge in a Japanese garden, based on a photograph that a mentor of mine posted, and I asked his permission if I could sketch his photograph. He said yes. So I'm kind of practicing this because I want to I'll do another version that I'll send to him, but this is just me playing around right now, just trying to get the feel of this bridge. You have these ropes kind of along the walkway here. It's actually looking kind of cool. I'm going to bleed some ink. We have some nice shadows happening, so I'm going to bleed some, I think, Lamy ink tonight. So I got my Lamy pen, black ink in it. Lena says mine is cutting out too. Interesting. It could be me. Maybe it's my internet, guys, on my end. I apologize. It could definitely be me being wonky with the internet. Appreciate you guys hanging in there. Who the heck knows? Again, I'm going to go back to that technique I said before. I could draw... There's a shadow here. I just want to roughly indicate it. I could draw this arch shape, but my hand doesn't really want to go in the direction it needs to, so I'm going to kind of do it sideways. It'll be easier for me. So this is... I'm going to bleed this ink here. And then we're going to show... Let's see, got a couple more lines here. Let me curve this. And I'm not trying to be exact. I'm just throwing down some black ink that I'm going to bleed. And then we got some kind of pieces going back at angles. So let's bleed that. I think... let's see, I got my bamboo brush. I'm just going to dip into my water here. I still have this dirty water sitting next to me, so I'll use that. Joy says, love stippling. Dots, dots, dots. Wow, that's cool, dearie. You did an Eskimo child out of stippling. That's awesome. And you do have moose. They're huge. That's so cool. We don't have moose here in New Jersey. We do have deer. I got plenty of deer around here in my yard. We have black bears. We have black bears right where I live. I've seen them walking around. So we have black bears. We have foxes. Birds and squirrels and all that fun stuff. Rabbits. Although I think last year, I think the foxes got to the rabbits last year. So it's kind of sad. I love seeing rabbits, but I understand nature and all that stuff. But I think the foxes ate the rabbits. And they were so cute to see. We would see them on our walks at night. In our yard, we had some as well. So you can see I'm just bleeding. I'm just throwing down some shadows on this bridge. And we'll bleed some more ink. So my main goal with this is just to have fun. First time I've ever tried sketching this bridge. And just see what I could do with it. Let's just show, I want to make this look curved. Just going to bleed some ink on that post. And let's just throw some wash here where the gravel is as well, just to dirty it up a little bit. Cool. I like the way it's looking. It's a fun sketch. Bum, bum, bum. Stippling is how it's spelled. Thank you so much. There's 2 P's in stippling. Now we know. Now we know. Oh my gosh, Elena has gators. Holy cow. I don't know how I would feel about seeing a gator in my yard. That would be kind of creepy. I guess you get used to them, like the bears. I mean, I still don't really like running into them while we're walking, but I'm used to seeing them now. We do avoid them, though. And we definitely do not feed them. Alright, cool. I think I like the way this is looking for a quick sketch. Lammy Black Ink gonna use the bleeding method. Yes. Yep. Don't trust gators nor have any admiration for those creatures. Uh-oh. Throwing some wash on the gravel part. Yeah, so D-Ray. Yep, I threw some on there. I'm gonna actually do some little more stippling and just maybe bleed some of this as well. I actually like stippling with the this Pilot, or is this Pilot? No, the Pentel Energel pen. It's really nice for stippling. We have some rocks happening in here, so I'm just hatching these in. Kind of the side of the bridge. Kind of, we have some rocks here going on as well. Just to give a little setting to the bridge. We have the post right here in the foreground with his rope. There we go. I think that one might be good for now. Haha, I agree. Do you have Elena says, do you have a set times that you go on live? That is a great question. So during the school year, I don't have a set time. So I am a teacher. And the reason I don't have set times during the school year is that my days vary a lot, and sometimes I'm really exhausted at the end of a day. So I don't like to promise or commit to being online if I'm exhausted. But during the summer, I will try to have set times when I come on at night. I think last summer I was doing Wednesday I think I was doing Wednesday nights and Saturday nights, if I remember. So right now I don't have a set time. It's a really great question, and it's a question that I do get asked a lot. So we're actually I'm on spring break this week, so that's why I've been able to pop on a little bit late here before I go to bed. So hopefully that answers your question. Cool. I think we do. I think I want to pop some red on here, or pink. Let's see. I don't know. I want to just add some colors where these leaves are. Let's pop on some. Let's do some pink. So there are leaves on this tree. I'm going to pop on some pink preppy ink. That rhymed. Pink preppy ink. And then I'm going to bleed some of it. Really good question. Even though I'm not on live, the videos are still posted here on Facebook. I also have a YouTube channel as well that you can check out. There's videos on there too. So I'm just throwing in a pop of pink. I can't tell if this is a cherry tree here in this picture or Japanese maple. I'm not sure what it is, and it's not even pink, so I just wanted to pop in some pink. I thought it'd be fun. Just have a little splotch of color on there. And I'm just going to splatter some on there as well. Cool. That's fun. I like that pop of color. That was awesome. Hey, Heather is in the house. Heather, good to see you. Hope all's well. Heather has popped on. Very cool to see you. I love when all you guys pop on. This is so much fun. So I want to bleed some black under here. I want to kind of create a shadow under this bridge. I'm assuming it crosses over some kind of water. Let's just throw some more shadows maybe under here. There we go. I like the way that's bleeding. Just trying to loosen this up a little bit now. Cool, there we go. I think this is going to dry pretty nice up here. Need a paper towel and I'll blot some of this out. I went a little too crazy here in the bridge area, so I'm just pulling some of that back a little bit. Evening, working on business taxes. Ooh, nice to listen in. Business taxes. That sounds fun. I got all my tax into my tax person, and now I'm waiting to hear back to see. Well, let's see. I'll probably owe taxes. I've had to owe taxes the past I don't know how many years. I don't know when the last time I ever got a refund was, but I'm waiting to hear back on that. So I get the whole tax thing. Good luck with that. That'll be good luck with it. Blotting. I'm blotting. Yeah, I hope the pink adds a nice pop of color. That may be it for this one. blah 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 as he adds more. And you guys know me. I keep adding stuff. So all right, I think this is cool. I'm done. I put everything down. See, let me zoom out. Everything's down. You see, everything's nothing in my hands. So I like I said, this was a first crack at this bridge. I love sketching bridges. I'm gonna give you guys a little show and tell before I leave of some of the bridges I have in this sketchbook right here. And I'll be revisiting this one. Just wanted to sketch it, get it out. Not bad for a first crack at it. I think next time I do want to change the proportions, make the bridge a little narrower, and mess with the perspective a little bit more. But keep it loose and sketchy. Cool. Alright, so let's do a little show and tell, and then I'll wrap up. Some of you guys may have seen some of these. So, starting back in the end of November last year, I was sketching a bridge every day. I think I got up to 78 bridges, continuous bridges, every day. Then I stopped and took a break. These are some of the bridges I sketched along the way. That'll be fun. I'm not going to go through all this, but I thought it'd be cool to flip through some of these. Show and tell. Hey, DB's in the house. Happy belated birthday, DB. Hope you're doing well. It's so great to see you. Happy belated. Heather says extension for us this year. Oh, awesome. Sometimes you just need that extension, right? I get it. Hey, DB says, I like this piece of artwork very much. DB, that's so cool. I'm always honored when you say you like my artwork. DB does amazing artwork as well. Really amazing pencil. I love your pencil artwork. So great to see you. D-Ray says, yeah, we know you. Thank you. I'm glad you guys know me and know I can ramble on. Yeah, so, yeah, I threw some pink on here. I was thinking some cherry blossoms over this Japanese garden bridge. So, a lot of these bridges are going to be from Washington. I have a friend who lives there, and she was kind enough to send me some photographs of bridges in Washington. Some of these I really like a lot. Especially, I like this because it's very simple. As far as not a lot of details, not a lot of lines. But you can still tell that it's a bridge. Well, I hope you can. That's my goal, at least. Here's my probably my favorite bridge to sketch is the Brooklyn Bridge. This is inspired by the Brooklyn Bridge. This is no particular bridge. This is kind of one from my imagination that I sketch over and over, different colors, different styles. I do love the colors on this one. They're really fun. This is the Bridge of Lines in St. Augustine. This one came out. I like the perspective on this bridge. This is kind of like what we did earlier tonight, just kind of black, and I bled some ink. Well, the other one we threw pink on it, but they're the same concept though. This is a bridge at Disney Springs. is a bridge in Venice. I have not been there yet. It's on my list of places to go check out. And there you go. So there's just some of the bridges I've sketched. It'll be really cool one day to see all 77 next to each other. And here's how this one's drying. Truly amazing. No, it's not. But thank you. You're too kind. Too kind. Too kind. Yeah, I think this one's good to go. So this paper I used in both these sketchbooks I show you is this paper right here, if you want to know. It's a Strathmore Visual Journal 140-pound watercolor cold press, 5.5 by 8 inches. And what's interesting is it has a rough side and a smoother side. So if you look in here, this side is smooth. And if I go to the back side, I'll show you. The back side has more texture. It's a little rougher. So it's kind of cool to have both a smoother and rougher side. I don't think I showed you this one. This came out cool. I like this one because I just like the touch of red on that awning, that canopy. It's kind of fun. Sometimes it's fun just to add a splash of color on a black and white sketch. I think I missed this one too. This was a fun sketch, trying to capture, just give the idea of perspective here, these buildings kind of going into the background. Here's the bridge in the foreground. Oops, sorry, it's crooked. This was a fun perspective as well. This is a bridge in Paris. Oh, sorry, Avignon, France. Not Paris. But I like the perspective. I tried to exaggerate in the sketch, just kind of. This is based on a reference picture. I have not been here in person, but I just like the way the bridge tapers to give the idea of depth. QQQ, smooth or rough? Which do I like best? Hey, that's a great question, DB. Really, really good question. Let me pull out, let me show you an example of something. Let's take a look at this. And let me pull this out as well. I'm trying to find a better example. Let me try this one. Well, actually, I'll grab this one. It's closest. All right, so really good question. So I would say I like rough the best, although I am now getting more and more used to smooth paper. I've been working with it a little bit more. So I love, this is probably one of my favorite sketches I've done recently. I love this sketch. This is Fabriano cold press, right? Cold press means it has a rough surface. And you can see the texture if I hold it up. So I'm loving this texture. I'm loving the way this came out because you get really cool effects with the texture. Sometimes I like the texture of the paper to show through, and it adds to the sketchy look. When I'm using a pen to sketch on the rough paper, I get lines that'll skip, and they look more sketchy. They're not clean, straight lines. The texture of the paper will pick up the ink, or allow the ink to skip in places. This is an example of something I did on hot press paper. This is right, no texture, very, very smooth. Sorry if my camera's not picking it up too well. And it just feels so different. It's It's just very different. So I'm giving you a long explanation. So yeah, if I had to pick only one, I'd pick cold press. I would like texture. But the more I'm working with hot press paper, the more I'm getting used to it, the more I'm liking it. So I would say don't ever rule anything out. Give things a try. So this came out actually kind of cool. I like this. This is based on a photo I took in New York City on the High Line. Up here, looking down, road. Here's a bridge up here. So, and some buildings in the background. So, really good question. What would Beethoven say? Here's a good example. So this is on hot press right here. This sketch. I really like the way this came out on hot press. And here's another one I did on hot press. This I like. This is of the. Oh my gosh! This is in London, the Battersea Power Station in London. It was an old power station, now converted into a super high-end mall, shopping mall, and living accommodations. Really fascinating area on my bucket list to go visit as well. And then this is another type of paper. This is called Yupo. It's like a plastic film, almost like a Mylar, but this is plastic. You can hear it. This is really fun. I love this Yupo paper because the paint and ink slide right off of it. So you need to have patience to work with it, but you can wipe things off pretty easily. It's a really fun paper to use, and I just love kind of what happened, adding different layers on this. So this is called Yupo, Y-U-P-O. And again, it's like a plastic. I don't think you can even call it paper. It's plastic. Really interesting material. And I'll do one night. I'll bring out some Yupo and I'll do some sketching and show you guys. We'll talk more about it because this is a medium I love using. And I haven't used it too much, but it's really cool. Awesome. Is this Beethoven? I think we'll listen to Beethoven. I'll have to get some hot press paper and try it. Yeah. Hey, Linda's in the house. Good to see you, Linda. Hope you're doing well. First Bridges birthday wishes. Oh, the Aqua. That was just some of the bridges he's done. 77 of them. D-Ray, that's a great summary. Thank you so much. Love it. Oh, I like the yellow building. The yellow, is that this one? The yellow building. Oh no, I think you're talking about this one. This building. So this building was actually I'm taking an urban sketching course right now. This is one of our homework assignments we had to do. But thank you. Day night sketches on hot press. Is that spelled Yupo? Yes, you got it, DB. Y-U-P-O. You use Yupo with alcohol ink. Yeah, a lot of people use it with alcohol ink. I'm using just regular ink and watercolor on it. But yeah, it is good point, Linda. A lot of people use it for their alcohol ink, which I have never used. That's a medium I have not explored yet. Where's the bridge we worked on tonight? Not that one. I got so much stuff out. Here. All right, so here's the one we worked on tonight, guys. Boom. Quick little Japanese bridge sketch that I'll revisit. So let me wrap up with a critique on here, self-critique. I always like to leave and critique myself. So when I critique, I like to find at least one thing I like about it and one thing I would just change next time I do it. So for me, self-critiquing isn't about beating myself up, hating on myself. That is not a positive thing or attitude. I hear people critique and say, oh, I hate my artwork. I hate it. I hate it. For me, that's not the mindset I need to be in. Self-critiquing is about looking at this and saying, what did I learn from it and what could I change next time? It's not me saying, I hate this. I'm lousy at sketching. Okay? So, two things. Let's talk about this self-critique here. One, let's start with what I would change about it. So, one of the things I would change, I'm not crazy about how the relationship of this bridge to what's happening here. Like, I can't tell if this bridge is crossing over a stream, some kind of waterway. Like, what's happening here? So to me, the way it's sketched, it looks to me like this bridge is butted up against a big rock or something. So I would change this area to make it look more like it's crossing over water. So that's one of my takeaways. Another thing I would change next time is, excuse me. So this was based on a photograph from a mentor, friend of mine. So, and I do want to do a sketch for him. So this bridge is actually much narrower in real life. So I made it too wide. So I would just change the proportions and probably where this post is, I probably would move it. Let's take this black. Let's just use this. So I probably would move the post to probably here where my black cap is. So I narrow the bridge. So those are my two takeaways. What do I like about this? Actually, what I really like about it is I like the pop of the splash of pink on here. I like the black, white, grays, and just the pink. Boom. So when I redo this, I'd like to incorporate that splash of pink, I think, that pop of color, which is kind of fun. So I think that's what I'll do next time. Cool, guys. So that's my takeaway. So whenever you're looking at your artwork, don't hate on yourselves. It's okay to not like something, but say you don't like it, tell yourself why you don't like it, and come up with how you would change it in the future. Okay? So just putting that out there. So that's kind of my creative mindset. I don't want to shut myself down. I want to learn and build myself up. Cool. Hey, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble on, as always. Deborah's in the house. Deborah, good to see you. Hope all's well. So Linda likes the gravel road. Yeah, so the gravel road came out. I like the concept of it. I don't like the way I fully executed it here. So that could be another takeaway, is I would change it. But here's what I did, is I just was stippling. I took a pen, and stippling is just, right, making dots. But I'm so glad you could tell it's gravel. So Linda, that's a good sign. Also, don't be afraid to get feedback from your friends, or post your stuff in a Facebook group. You're welcome to post stuff on my Inklings page that I have. If you guys, I think most of you guys are members of that page. You could always post your stuff on there if you want. Stippling is very therapeutic, by the way. Very therapeutic. There you go. Right? That's a great way to show gravel rather than doing this. Well, it depends on the area. If it's a large area, you don't want to be drawing every single stone in. Maybe a few on here, you know, maybe I would draw a few of them that way. But not every single one. I wonder if there's a quick way to do gravel. Thinking out loud here. You guys have seen me draw stone on buildings. So when I do stone, I'll typically do almost like a continuous line. Right? That could be maybe stone on a wall or something. Can I do gravel that way? Let's see. I just do the little things like this. I don't know how gravelly that looks. Let's see, is that a way to do gravel? Let's play around, let's see. I love your feedback, guys. Let me know if this is a cool way to show gravel or not. I haven't tried it before. Let me know. What do you guys think? Does this look gravelly or not really? I may have done it a little too big here on this sketch for the scale of it. Shrink it down a little bit maybe. I'm curious, I don't know. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Heather says, I love stippling. It is therapeutic. Yeah, right? D-Ray says, the splash of pink. My thought exactly. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, D-Ray. I like the first look. Not really. It is too big. Yeah, Linda, I agree. It is too big, right? I'm with you guys. It actually looks like... By the way, Linda, I'm so glad you're on here. Guys, if you haven't checked out Linda's recent artwork, your littles are off the charts. Love them. Especially the two I saw today. Wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. I can't say any more than that. You have a gift when it comes to doing that small artwork. Love that so much. Keep up the awesomeness. I'm thinking maybe this could be a vine with some kind of... I think this spring, guys, I'm going to try doing some flowers. Well, yes, I'm going to try growing flowers, but also maybe drawing and sketching flowers. Oh, do you guys remember one of our workshops last year? We were talking about, I think DB, you have, or you both, Linda and DB, you have these plants at your house. I forget what they were called. I wanted to put them in front of my house. Were they elephant ear plants? Maybe they're elephant ears. If you could remind me what those plants were called, I would appreciate that. Because I want to redo my front walkway this year. I'm looking for ideas. In the very front of my house. I don't know. Maybe this is a way to do vines. Just kind of scribbling here, right? Just kind of lines, and then you can kind of sketch these like flowery, leafy shapes coming off of it. So maybe, guys, you help me figure out a way that I can draw loose style vines. As we listen to this Wild West music. All right, loose style vines, cool. Mr. Lincoln Rose and elephant ears. Yes, thank you. That's it. I got a miniature from her for my birthday. Ooh, DB, that is so awesome. How special. That is really, really special. Love it. Looks like fallen branches, which is cool. Oh, you talk about these. Cool. I love that. Elephant ears. Yes. DB, if you are still here, when do I take the rose cover off, Mr. Lincoln? I love it. I love gardening tips because I need as many as I can get. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Where's that wacky? I did a wacky sketch the other day. Oh, it's in my other book. Let me pull that out. Is it this book? No, it's not this book. I don't know where the heck it is. Is it this one? I think I found it here. I have so much stuff I gotta organize in here. All right. No, it wasn't this one. Oh yeah. We'll wrap up here. This is a I was having fun with this. This is inspired by the barriers in the Thames River in London. These are called the barriers. I guess they help control the water levels. They're not these colors, but I was just having fun. But one of the cool things on here I like is right here. I really like the colors that are happening on this right in this area. So there's some colored pencil on there and some ink and watercolor. So this is just turned out to be a really interesting, just being playful with colors, and this kind of happened. So don't be afraid to play around with colors, guys. Throw some color down. You never know what's going to happen. Take it off now. Cool. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to wrap up. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night. It is Monday. It's Monday. Wednesday, I have a field trip that I'm going to hopefully live stream from very briefly, depending on the signals and stuff. I haven't been there, so I don't know what kind of Wi-Fi or internet or connections I'll have with the phone. But I'll show you the place I'm going to, and then possibly on Thursday I might be going into NYC, and if I go, I'll do a little quick video or something from there as well. And then Sunday, I don't know if I'm going there yet, but I'm going to tell you yet, but Sunday there's a local, we have a bus company that does trips, and I might take a trip on Sunday to a very, very, very iconic place that I have sketched. I've sketched a lot, but I've only been there once over 20 years ago. But hopefully that'll happen. So a lot of fun things in store. Keep in touch, guys. Thank you so much for liking, watching, and sharing these videos. Thank you for watching YouTube. I've gotten people watching YouTubes. I got new subscribers. If you ever watch one of my YouTubes and you like it, I would love for you guys to give it a thumbs up or even subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would be so cool if I can grow this on YouTube. I'm working on some big things, and I have a mentor coach that you guys know well that's kind of nudging me and giving me some positive pushing and encouragement to get some big things happening this year. So that's exciting. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you all for who you are. D-Ray's great seeing you in the house. As always, Heather, great seeing you. Field trip, yay, yeah, field trip. Couple field trips. I'm on spring break. Beautiful weather this week. I want to get out and do some things. Linda, always great seeing you. And I guess, like you said, we've known each other for like 2-3 years. DBU as well. Am I missing anybody? I know I am. Elena was in the house earlier. Elena is new to us, guys. So if you see Elena in the chat, always say hello to her. Thank you, Elena, for joining us. I don't know if I saw any other names. If I missed anybody, I am sorry. I'm scrolling back through my list here. I see DB has some cues. If you guys ever have cues, let me know. Some questions. Yes to flowers. Yeah, you guys are awesome at flowers. I'm not really awesome at flowers. So that's going to be me out of my comfort zone a little bit. They might look more architectural than flower-ish. The wrap up and the button on the left. Your left, the other left. Yeah, actually the button's on my right. I moved my thing on the screen here. I am looking for it. The finish button. Hey guys, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Peace and live creatively. I'll see you soon. Take care. I am looking for the finish button. Hey, wow. Thank you for all the thumbs up in here tonight. 236. That's cool. Numbers don't mean, you know what? It's not really about the numbers for me. It's about the quality of people watching, engaging, asking, talking. And I couldn't ask for more quality and better people than you guys. So thank you all from my heart to yours. Have a great night.